that was a bit more comfortable. I wish every game of the rest of the season was like that. Quickly before I forget, Bradley Long, I know he's been asking me about this. Apparently his mother likes watching my videos, so thanks very much. I think your name's Joanne, but I could very well be wrong there. Either way, there's your shout out. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully the lads do well for you, and hopefully we go up. Anyway, Sunderland 2, Rochdale 0. Yeah, that was a little bit more comfortable than what I believe the Swindon game was. But in saying that, I felt that the job, not quite as much as the previous two seasons where the game was done at half time in both cases. This time, to be fair to Rochdale, they actually had two very good chances of what I can remember. The first one was not long before half time when Eno Hare, I think that's his name, the fullback. Either way, he had a good chance that was basically within the 6-yard box, and he managed to scuff his shot well over the bar, when actually he should be scoring there, should have got that on target. And the second half, Stephen Humphreys, who I did think was going to be Rochdale's danger man going into this game, managed to get through our defence to the right-hand side of the penalty box and managed to have a shot, but Lee Burge was equal to it. Important moment. I know it looked routine, but that was an important moment, because if that was in, then all of a sudden the game completely changes. But in general, though, they've had to describe Sunderland's goals. Both of them came from crosses. It's good to see we're starting to use a bit more height now in our team. The first one came after about 7 minutes when Ian McGeady crossed from the left, went right across the box, just outside the 6-yard box to the corner, and Dion Sanderson got a very accurately placed header at the back post. Very impressed with that one. And Dion Sanderson, I'll very quickly say, he just continues to impress me the more games that he sees. And it still baffled me that it's took 2/3 of the season for him to start playing regularly in the side. I know he's obviously not going to play in the Tranmere game in the cup final, but still, you never know. Just make use of him while he's here. And then the second one, delicious, absolutely delicious ball from Jordan Jones. Cross from the right side, and Wyke perfectly placed header, and I believe that is his 20th league goal of the season, which again, considering at the start of the season, if you were to tell me by March Charlie Wyke would have 20 league goals, I'd be like, yeah, do us a favour, mate, come on. Absolutely peach of a header, really, really good header. And from there, apart from those chances I mentioned, Ross, it was relatively routine for Sunderland. It's funny, Rochdale away for us at Scotland seems to be a different team to Rochdale at home. I think one of the podcasts said this. Now I remember the game at Rochdale earlier in the season where they were very aggressive, they were in our faces, and even though in the second half I did think in terms of possession we did dominate, they made it very difficult for us. Whereas in this game, apart from those couple of chances, I just felt they looked very toothless, and if they continue in that form, then it looks like they are going to go down. And it's a shame because I quite like Rochdale. Obviously I was delighted they lost today, but we just had to do our job. And I think in the second half it was good to see that Lee Johnson used the substitutions, get a couple of players off, get some bit of extra rest ahead of what is a massive game now on Tuesday at Fratton Park. And we just second half we just sort of saw it out really. There was nothing, like again, apart from I think the Humphreys chance, from what I can remember, and I might have remembered it wrong, that was the best chance I can remember throughout the second half. Like I kept saying, thankfully Burton beat Peterborough, big, we're only 5 points off top now. Annoyingly, Crewe had to lose to Lincoln. It's that sort of stuff that annoys me slightly. Don't get me wrong, Lincoln won't complain in the slightest, and why should they? But it's more like they frustrated us, but then lose to Lincoln. It's like, couldn't it have been the other way around? But anyway, it doesn't matter. That Crewe, speaking of Crewe, that point on its own now, I think looks to be a pretty good one, considering that I did say a week ago, if we beat Swindon and Rochdale, that point against Crewe is a good one. And so far it is a good one, but let's continue to go. Pompey, next, and obviously they got battered at Northampton, which I was very shocked by. And I think we could go there, irrespective of whether Kenny Jackett's there on Tuesday or not, because it wouldn't surprise me if they got rid of him now. Irrespective of that, their confidence should be rock bottom. But on the other hand, you could argue they will look for a response, and for whatever reason, they're always up more for games against Sunderland. We've got the Sky cameras on Tuesday night. We've got to go down there. If we can beat Portsmouth, it stands us really well going into the cup final. But in particular, going into that Pompey game, we're off the back of 2 wins. And we've just, like I keep saying, we've just got to keep going. Just keep going. That's going to be the title of the video. No point getting complacent. And in a way, that Crewe performance might have been the best thing that happened to us, which again reminds us we're not good enough to just stroll through games and think we'll win because we're Sunderland. We have to do the the application side of the game, and we have to put the effort in as much as our opponents definitely will against us. Anyway, successful weekend. Ipswich got beat as well, and I know, I'll make a statement, I think Ipswich will comfortably finish in the playoffs now. I might be wrong. People can look back at that comment at the end of the season and prove me wrong there, but either way, I'll quickly mention Oliver Younger, actually, before I forget. Oliver Younger, first start in the league, I thought he looked quite promising. I think there was definitely something in there. I think he was sometimes a bit rash with some of his passes and some of his crosses, but that's to be expected. That's his first senior start in the league, I believe. So, and like I said many times, if you're not going to be good enough while we're in League One, sadly, you're probably not going to have a career here. But either way, good from Younger, looked fairly promising. Still believe McFadden should be dropped, but nevertheless today he didn't have as much to do, which you can't complain about. Anyway guys, I love yous and leave yous there. Pompey away on Tuesday, massive game, and then of course at Wembley. But take care guys, and see yous all later.